Hi, Joe. Good afternoon. Just put into context just the magnitude of this game.
Yeah, it's an important game, but kind of is what it is at the moment. Every game is huge. A lot of implications to all the matches that we're taking part in. So Sunday's no different.
From your point of view, back at Hampden Park, there's people now beginning to talk of treble. You've got the League Cup. You're going well in the league. What do you say in the dressing room? Is that something you have to put to the back of your mind?
Look, we're just trying to win each game as we go. That's been the process from the moment we got here. Start of this season, a lot of us getting to the club. Obviously, the manager coming to the club, and that's been the message. And I think the manager has made the point of we don't. Please bear with me with what I'm saying. It's not to win the game. It's to stamp our football on the match, our intensity, and the kind of energy we want to bring to the football field. And we feel that that's enough to put us in a good place.
Do you think you'll have any advantage given the fact that Rangers went to extra time last night and you guys have had a whole week to prepare?
Well, not really, because we've done Sunday, Thursday, and we've always felt good going into either of those games. So. They're professional athletes. They're built to play twice a week, just like we are. So I'm sure they'll be as prepared as they need to be.
Hi, Joe. I know you're saying there that you just take it one game at a time, but I think it is if you do win 5 of your next matches, we'll win the treble. Now, is that what you thought could happen when you signed at this club? Or was that pitched to you when you signed at the start of the season?
No, that wasn't pitched to me. It was come and bring what you can to the football club. Something that the conversation with the manager that I had, I felt like he believed that I had something that I could bring to the table, and that was all he asked, to be honest.
You certainly bring plenty of experience as well. You've played in massive games, won cup finals before. How do you think this atmosphere will compare? You've obviously played at Hampden already this season, but the fact that it is a derby atmosphere at Hampden, will that be one of the best you think you might have played in?
Look, we'll see. Obviously, I don't know yet. I've not experienced it, but I've experienced some pretty special atmospheres up here so far. And the Celtic Rangers games being, everything that everyone hyped and more. So to have a 50-50 split in terms of supporters at a great venue like Hampden is something that I'm really excited to take part in. But at the end of the day, it's about what we do on the pitch.
Joe, you said there that this fixture has lived up to its hype and more. Just what is it like to play in it, and how does it has it exceeded your expectations, and how?
To be honest, I don't really have many expectations in football. I quite like to live in the moment, but obviously I think it's a world-renowned fixture. I don't think there's any question about that. It's certainly something that I would have looked at when I was nothing to do with the Scottish Premier League or nothing to do with Celtic. It was certainly one that inside of football that's talked about. People, it's a bucket list kind of fixture, but it's a different scenario when you're so involved in it in terms of playing and obviously having a strong connection with the club that you're representing. So yeah, they are special. People that have been in my kind of close circle have watched me play all over the world. I've really enjoyed coming and being a part of it with me. But like I say, at the end of the day, if you want to play in these sort of fixtures, you need to have the mindset that it's just another game, and it's another moment and another opportunity to play well and do some good for the club that you represent.
Is that kind of calmness going into composure going into big games? Is that something that's maybe grown throughout the season as the squad gets used to the style of play and each other, because obviously there's so many new players at the start?
Yeah, we've had to put a lot of trust in each other and in the manager, but we've had a real strong message throughout. Even from the remaining staff that were the coaching staff that were here before Ange came. They had a big responsibility as well. I think they've done a great job. And we're all on the same page at the moment. Football can change quickly, so you can't take that for granted. You can't just presume that we're going to all of a sudden find this way of playing and it's going to work. It's down to hard work, it's down to energy, it's down to the whole squad, everyone at this training ground and the fans buying into it.
Hi Joe. How much do the two previous performances against Rangers come into it on the day for this game?
They don't really, do they? It's personnel's changed since then. Just football just changes quickly. It's obviously great that we're off the back of 2 wins, but that would be easy for us to say previous to the first win. We'd lost the game previous to that, and we didn't let that affect us. So we can't let it affect us that we won the previous game. It's just got to be a fresh game against a team that's in form, that's going to have a strong backing, just like we are. And it's about us imposing ourselves as best we can on the game.
And you touched on it earlier about the 50-50 split. Is that something that the players are talking about, and looking forward to?
It just is what it is. We deal with it. If it's 700, if it's whatever it is, 25,000, if it's none, if it's the whole stadium. But at the end of the day, it'll be great, and there'll probably be some great scenes, and you'll probably really feel it when your team's doing well, or that 50% just really gets behind you. But at the end of the day, it's about the boys playing a good game of football, putting the right energy into it, and imposing the tactics that we've kind of built throughout the year.
Joe, you've nailed your place from day one in the team. Now, the defensive front here has chopped and changed early in the season, but we now seem to have a settled back four. And improving all the time. How important is that for you with the system Ange plays and going into a big game like Sunday?
Look, I think there's a huge respect in this squad for all of us, and that's in every position. We've really built and had to buy into the fact that we're strong in depth, and we've all got to be prepared at all times. Just like Bainey is, just like Barkey is, just like Toby is. Like everyone's prepared. You're only borrowing the shirt. No one's got it nailed to their back. You're only borrowing it in the fact that you've got to perform, take opportunities when they come your way. Sometimes stuff happens. People are ill, injuries, and we can't let that affect us. So if I'm not playing, if Callum's not playing, if Cam or Carl, or if any of us are not playing, that can't affect this team. And we all have bought into that. And so yes, it's been able to be a bit more of an unchanged team in terms from the back, but we're prepared for any of us to play at any moment.
Now, Joe, you got your game face on today. You look very serious there, but when you're coming off that field at times, we see how much you're enjoying the journey with Ange. A massive move for you to come up here at your stage in your career. It must be brilliant to be able to play in these big games.
No, I am. You're right. You're right, and I'm not the kind of guy to hide my emotion. Right now, I am focused. You're right. My game face is on because there's a huge task in hand, and we've got to be really on our mettle to perform on Sunday. But there are moments, and I've done it in years before when the demand's been big. You've got to enjoy good times. You've got to enjoy good moments, and then you've also got to move on. Just like you've got to deal with tough moments. You've got a certain window to smile, a certain window to reflect, and then you're straight back to it again. And that's what this club demands, and that's how I like to work.
I know the game could go to penalties on Sunday, which hasn't really been mentioned yet. Is that something that you've been doing extra preparation for in training this week?
Yeah, look, we cover all bases at all times, and if that's the one of the eventualities of the game, then we cover it just like we did when we played Wraith Rovers. We cover it when we play the semi-final. That's cup football, and there's no secret. So yeah, we'll prepare as much as we can, but we're obviously going to look to get the job done as soon as possible.
And I know that obviously the fans are all getting hyped up, understandably, because Celtic are only a few games away if we possibly were in the league. But is it still for the players only keep it one game at a time, don't even think about next week? Yeah,
100%. It's not. We're not trying to cover our backs. We're not trying to give ourselves breathing room and spin a line. That is exactly how we're working in this building. You can't afford to not work like that. We've got good quality running against us. You can't take your eye off the ball.